Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Well, let me just focus on the economy that we haven't heard good news. The central bank's assets have been frozen. The IMF has announced that over $400 million that was supposed to provide to the Afghan government, that has been suspended. And I hope that the Asian Development Bank and the World Bank does not follow, but this has consequences, severe consequences. The past 4 days, the financial markets have been closed. Tomorrow they are supposed to reopen, and I think that the currency, the Afghani, has seen a great deal of devaluation in the market. Although it's tomorrow we will see as to how much is that, but the initial impact is not that good. I think your earlier commentator referred to the past 2-3 days. The Taliban have been able to establish their authority. They have appointed a few people in charge of few ministries, caretakers, and I think that providing or keeping control in Kabul, this is more than was expected, in the sense that in the past 3 days or 4 days, especially the way they came in, that they have done a pretty good job. But the economy is not in good shape, and I think that this will be very short term. If there would be an agreement, international agreement on supporting the Taliban regime, but if there is no agreement, I think these short term economic consequences will become a lot worse, and they will become long term. So everything really depends on whether there is going to be a political settlement or not, and we are all hoping that there will be a political settlement, that the international community would somehow reduce its demands on the Taliban, and the Taliban at the same time will accept some international standards and accept the rights of citizens, and allow the participation of other groups in the political process. Unfortunately, that the previous government, and I was part of that government, was not very popular either. So that really helped them in this sense. But whether they are popular, even if they were popular, people want results. What's their power has an immediate impact on their lives, and if security is not certain, the economy is not doing well, and there is a sense of uncertainty, that's not going to have a positive impact on people's life. We still don't have a president. We still don't have governor of the central bank. We really don't have a finance minister, and for some reason I can understand as to why there's a technical reason for that, as to why they had suspended or frozen the assets. So if they provide security, I think people will accept a lot of hardship. If they do not provide security, and at the same time the economy is not doing well, then in that case, of course, even if they had popularity, it will disappear quick. Well, the situation in Afghanistan compared to other countries is rather different. The central bank does not provide the foreign exchange in order to buy goods from abroad. The market does that itself. The central bank every week, at least in the past 16, 17 years, and I used to be governor of the central bank too, when we began with the Karzai administration, every week we used to have auction of dollars auctioned, and that provided foreign exchange to the market. Well, that's not there anymore. So, to come back to your question, I don't think that the freezing of assets that will have that much of an impact or a great impact on imports of fuel or food, because the market or the traders themselves, they find the foreign exchange for that purpose, right, at least in the short run. In the long run, of course, it's going to be rather problematic. The reason why we don't have enough fuel or enough food is because there was war going on, and there was disruption of supply. There were, goods were coming to the border, to the ports, but were not reaching cities. Right. Now that the country is somewhat unified physically, I think that situation will improve.